Kittl just launched this new feature, which I truly believe is going to be game-changing for your designing. It's a new way to make variations of a design, change a design to a different niche, create mockups, create social media content, all with the click of a button. This tool is called Kittl Flows, and it uses Smartboards under tools over here to create different variations or add things or change things to your design with just a prompt using a reference artboard. So I found this template on Kittl, and I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to make sure that my template is selected, and then I'm going to go to Add Smartboard. When you hit Add Smartboard, you're going to see this arrow here, and no matter where you move this smartboard, you're going to see that this arrow connects your second artboard here to the first, meaning anything that you do to this front one is going to be and can be applied to this second smartboard here. Once you have your smartboard on the side here, you can type in your prompt, and I've typed in, make this a version for a handyman dad with there being a wrench and a hammer in the design. I can change the ratio of this design, the quality, and if I want this to be a graphic design, I can also hit use transparent background, and it lets generate and see what that gives us. And this is the result that I got. And over here at the side, you can keep this as AI, but most likely what you'll want to do is convert this to image. Right now it's bringing it off my artboard, so I just have to drag it in, or I can start another artboard up here, bring over my file, keep these a little bit separately, because what I can do with this one now is I can vectorize this, I can upscale it, and if I vectorize it, and let's say I'm going to just do a one color vectorization, and then I can go ahead and change the color because this is vectorized now. I can erase part of the design, I can crop part of the design. Anything that you could usually do with another Kittl template, you now can do to this file as well. But this isn't where you have to stop at all, because what we have, what I call is artboardception, which means we can now smartboard on our smartboard. So if I no longer want to reference this artboard, I can now select this one, and we're going to hit add a smartboard, which now creates a new smartboard based off of this one and not the original. But if I ever wanted to go back and create another version of this handy dads or this cool dads, I don't have to reference this second artboard. I create another one here. So we create kind of a tree that is all based on different references that we create within this file. Like in this example, for this file here in artboard 1, I created a new smartboard and I asked it to create a simpler flat vector. So I got rid of all the pretty much details in this design just to create a flatter image. And this would work better depending on the different product or the different design that I want to keep in mind. And then maybe I didn't, and I wanted to create just another variation of this design for soccer moms. So I asked it to make a soccer version with a soccer ball instead of the football. And then I really like the way that turns out. So I also want to make a different variation for baseball. Make this a baseball version with a baseball replacing the football. And I could do this for a whole bunch of different sports. Pickleball, we could do tennis. I weirdly can't think of any more sports right now. But even from these, if I wanted to continue down this tree, I have this version here, and I want to create one maybe for dads or maybe just a less girly version over here. So in the smartboard referencing this version, I've asked it to change this design to be for dads, remove the bow, and make it less feminine. And I could do that with all the versions up here. I could instead create another version of here, creating the soccer version. Again, just continuing my tree to keep growing different niches, different variations, all based on one original artboard. And what happens if you change the original design? So for here, instead of "'Tis the Season," because I built out this design, I've been able to change it, and I just put soccer mom, I could put proud soccer mom. And then going to the smartboards that reference this, for this one example, all I have to do is hit generate again, and let's see what that gives us. Well, now it reran that same AI prompt, but referencing this original file that I've now changed. The thing is, it does change it up a little bit. It's just rerunning the same prompt. So you might have to run it a few times to get it exactly how you want to, but these are the results I got. And with something like this, you could build out so many different flows. And then what you could do is just duplicate your file, and then every single time add a new reference board, and then regenerate all of your different flows to get a bunch of different designs with just a few clicks of a button and from one changing reference file. You can even have it help you create AI mockups of your design already printed on a product. So for this one here, I had a smartboard and I asked it to make this design look like it's printed on a natural tote bag. And this is the result it gave me, which looks absolutely fantastic. We have this other flow that I created here, and this is for more of a outdoorsy design. So I have a sweatshirt here, and on the first smartboard, I asked it to put this on a mock-up of a realistic white Gildan 18,000 sweatshirt. The girl's wearing the sweatshirt facing forward in the forest. And for the mug one here, I've asked it to put this design on a mock-up of a camping mug. The mug is sitting on a tree stump outdoors. Well, I can build out a bunch of mock-ups to this and use this as a mock-up file. So I just have to replace the file that I have in here, go back to my smartboard, and I'm just gonna hit generate again on both of these. And there we go. Now I have that design put on a very similar mock-up to before, and this is AI, it's not replacing the exact image, but it's redoing that image with the prompt, but with that new changed original reference file. I will say be very careful using AI mockups. Use them as supplementary photos. You're not allowed to use AI photos as your main Etsy photo. And I would highly make sure that they look exactly like the product that you're going to be selling. This does leave a little bit of gray area. So I would more use these for social media, for supplementary photos, maybe for your website photos, but use original photos or real photos of your actual product for Etsy. Okay, what if I wanted to start making some cool content with a design? So I got this template here also from Kittl. And the first thing that I wanted to do is had a lot of effects to it. And instead of going through and taking out all the effects, I used a smartboard and said, make a flat black PNG vector of this logo. So it stripped all of the excess here and just created a more simple version. I also made sure I have the transparent background so that this is a PNG file. And then maybe I want to create a cool looking logo. I want to put this like maybe on different fabric. What I did here was make this logo look etched into metal. I find changing the different types of fabrics or the different types of styles applied to designs works really well, making something look like it was made out of wood, like it was printed on something, like it was etched into metal. Does such a good job on these Kittl Flows. And then down here, I wanted to create a banner for my design. Say I'm opening a brand new gym, this Flexor Gym Center. What I've done was create a now open banner for our Facebook page in this style, including our logo. I changed the aspect ratio. I am hoping we get more aspect ratios because these are just the 3 options we have right now. But generating, this is what I got here. Looks exactly like the original style, but now I have something I can use on different platforms for a banner to highlight that we're open. Seriously, the possibilities of the different types of flows that you could build out, reuse to create a whole bunch of designs just in the click of a button, changing your reference photo is insane. I'm going to be building out a lot more of these and using them a lot more to create sets, to create versions of best-selling designs, to change niches. The possibilities are endless, and I think this is going to be a game changer for so many people. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about Kittl, I have my full tutorial on how to start using Kittl. I'll link that up next. And if this helped you at all, if you could drop a like and subscribe, it would mean so much to me. Thank you guys. I will see you next week.